2024 was an insane year for gaming. Nearly 5,000 games launched on PC, PlayStation, Xbox, Switch, and mobile, all vying for your attention and hard-earned cash. We sifted through the backlogs, 13,000 critic reviews, and over 26 million player reviews. From indie gems to AAA blockbusters, these are the games that define 2024. Presenting our 2024 Games of the Year. Best Games by Platform. Let's start with the top PC games. Starting at 10th is V Rising. Next at 9 is Another Crab's Treasure. At 8th is Black Myth Wukong. At 7th is Persona 3 Reload. Number 6 is Silent Hill 2. 5th place belongs to Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. At number 4 we have Animal Well. At number 3 we have Metaphor ReFantazio. 2nd place is Satisfactory. And the best PC game of 2024 is Balatro. A dopamine rush first, a roguelike card game second, Balatro cleverly twists the genre with a dash of poker and unpredictability into something unusually perfect. Even if card games aren't your thing, the thrill of building game-breaking multipliers and watching these numbers skyrocket is undeniably addictive. Endlessly replayable, this is the game to play in between long queues. It's the best PC game of 2024 with a play score of 9.4. For PlayStation 5, here are the top games. 10. Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown. At 9th, Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. 8 is Stellar Blade. At 7th, we have Tekken 8. Number 6 is Silent Hill 2. Number 5 is Persona 3 Reload. At 4th, we have Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. At 3rd is Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. 2nd place is Metaphor ReFantazio. And the best PS5 game of 2024 is Astro Bot. After a decade of service, PlayStation's poster child gets what it deserved, the top spot. Astro Bot's voyage into the stars, as well as its first dip into the AAA realm, resulted in a vibrant and fluid 3D platformer that can even rival Nintendo's best. This is a love letter to PlayStation players, spiced up by clever inclusions of Easter eggs and cameos from other iconic gaming franchises. It has a play score of 9.6. It's Microsoft's turn. Here are the top Series X games of the year. Starting at 10th is Dragon Age: The Veilguard. At 9th is Dragon's Dogma 2. At 8th place is Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2. 7th is Senua's Saga Hellblade 2. At number 6 we have Still Wakes Deep. At 5th place is Banishers Ghosts of New Eden. 4th is Tekken 8. At 3rd we have Persona 3 Reload. 2nd place is Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. And the best Series X game of 2024 is Metaphor ReFantazio. While it's no Game Pass title, Atlas Metaphor earns this year's Xbox crown amidst the many other games on the console. Former Persona developers crafted a one-shot JRPG teeming with memorable characters and a timeless tale about the issues that plague our society. Metaphor instills hope in an uncertain future, all packed inside a game. It has a play score of 9.5. For Nintendo's handheld console, here are the top Switch games of 2024. Starting at 10th is Mario & Luigi Brothership. Number 9 is Super Monkey Ball Banana Rumble. At 8th we have Princess Peach Showtime. 7th is Luigi's Mansion 2 HD. At number 6 we have Mario vs. Donkey Kong. At 5th is Shin Megami Tensei Vengeance. Over at 4th we have The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. 3rd is Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown. 2nd place is Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door. You might be surprised, but the best Nintendo Switch game of 2024 is Unicorn Overlord. Vanillaware's mastery of genre-bending JRPGs found a new frontier in tactical strategy. While the story isn't up to par compared to its peers, Unicorn Overlord shines with how it intuitively blends the mechanics of Fire Emblem and Final Fantasy Tactics. It took over the Nintendo Switch throne from even its biggest titles this year. Unicorn Overlord has a play score of 9.3. Let's head on to mobile, starting with the top Android games of the year. Starting at 10th is Potion Permit. Number 9 is Wuthering Waves. 8th is Pokemon TCG Pocket. 7th place is Solo Leveling Arise. Number 6 is Rumble Club. At number 5, we have Squad Busters. 4th is X Astris. Number 3 is One Punch Man World. 2nd place is Balatro. And the best Android game of 2024 is Kingdom Rush 5 Alliance TD. More than a decade later, Ironhide Studios' tower defense series is still going strong. Yes, there are new towers, levels, and heroes, but the core mechanics haven't changed much. It's mostly the same old Kingdom Rush we're familiar with, flaws and all. It has a play score of 8.9. And of course, the best iOS games for 2024. Starting at number 10, One Punch Man World. At 9th, Honor of Kings. At 8th, Solo Leveling Arise. At 7th, Squad Busters. Number 6 is Tamagotchi Adventure Kingdom. Number 5 is Kingdom Rush 5 Alliance TD. At number 4, we have Yes, Your Grace. At 3rd is Loop Hero. 2nd place is Hades. And the best iOS game of 2024 is Balatro. This may be the best $10 you're going to spend on the App Store. I just have to warn you though, again, it's very addicting. So much so that I've lost sleep trying to successfully finish a run. On the bright side, Balatro takes you off your late night doom scrolling, which is a win in my book. It has a play score of 9.5. By the numbers. Here at What to Play, winning and losing is a numbers game. The award for most reviewed game by players goes to Black Myth Wukong. The celebrated Chinese action RPG has received close to 900,000 mostly positive player reviews across PC and PS5, a rock-solid debut coming from the team at Game Science. The most reviewed game by critics is Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown. It received 118 critic reviews. This is close to half of our accredited critics. Whether it's the game's strategic release date or the nostalgia around the Prince of Persia franchise, we can't deny the fact that The Lost Crown is a royal comeback. The highest rated game by players is Balatro. When it comes to score, this poker roguelike dominates on every platform it's released on, from PC to iPhone. We gathered 75,000 player reviews on PC, consoles, and mobile, and it consistently scored high, more than 9.5 on all platforms. The highest rated game by critics is Astrobot. The praise for this lovely platformer is universal. While some find it too easy and short, the overwhelming consensus is that Astrobot delivers pure, unadulterated fun. It's a vibrant, nostalgic trip for PlayStation players, packed with cameos and references that celebrate the brand's legacy. It's just emotions. These are games that made us feel things. We're starting with a very special award. The best redemption arc in gaming goes to Hello Games' No Man's Sky. When Gaben said, "Late is for just a little while, suck is forever," Hello Games got an exemption. It took 8 years of hard work, unrivaled commitment to their players, and hundreds of updates, patches, and fixes. They finally did it. Now No Man's Sky's billions of planets are worthy of exploring, and for that, we offer this special award. Unfortunately, suck is still common in video games. The lowest rated game this year is South Park Snow Day. The game's baffling design choices drew flack as players expected more from the franchise after the successes of Stick of Truth and Fractured But Whole. Its multiplayer elements were fun for a short while, but the overall feel of this brawler felt so lackluster it doesn't feel like a game that Cartman, Stan, Kyle, and Kenny would even enjoy. It currently has a dismal play score of 5.4 on PC. The most disappointing game this year is, you guessed it, Concord. Firewalk's ambitious hero shooter was a high-profile blunder. It left an indelible stain on Sony's reputation and a big $400 million hole in their pocket, forever haunted by the ghost of this multiplayer FPS that came out a little too late to join and cash in on the genre's heights. The most divisive game of 2024 is Homeworld 3. One contentious topic in gaming is the divide between critic and gamer opinions. Nowhere is this more obvious than in Homeworld 3. It received an average critic score of 7.6, meanwhile, the game sits at 38% on Steam. Yes, the game looks good, but it lost the strategic depth of the first two releases. And don't even get me started on the campaign. This year's sleeper hit goes to Balatro. Balatro's nomination to the Game Awards surprised the community, many of whom hadn't even heard of the game. How could a card game be this good? The answer is the 150 jokers that make Balatro an unpredictable stack of numbers. The game didn't care if you love or hate poker. All it needed to do was to see how you'd react when the numbers go up, and it worked. For our community favorite award, it goes to Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. It's hard not to show support for the second installment of one of the greatest games of all time. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth tightens the gap between the remake and the OG, signaling fans that it's time to prepare themselves for the imminent third entry. Even with all of its busy work and bloated open-world content, Rebirth is a game built for the fans that saw through 7's evolution over the years. Best games by genre. The best indie game of 2024 is none other than Balatro. Created by artist and developer Local Funk, this deceptively simple card game is anything but ordinary. You know what makes it a true gem? Local Funk made Balatro for himself, not some focus group. And its current success has and will inspire a new generation of indie developers. The best single-player game of 2024 is Metaphor ReFantazio, an immersive masterpiece that whisks you away to a politically charged epic with stellar art direction and unforgettable characters. Whether you're a longtime fan of Persona or new to Atlas RPG, the 80-hour journey remains engaging from start to finish. For the best action game, we have Black Myth: Wukong. The game's combat is both fluid and fierce. Plus, it comes with a crazy amount of customization to tailor to your fighting style. And the boss battles? They're equally challenging and beautiful, and will push you to master the many skills in your arsenal. The best RPG of 2024 is Metaphor ReFantazio. Out of the many amazing RPGs this year, Atlas takes the crown. Built on the foundations of Persona and Shin Megami Tensei, Metaphor comes into its own with a perfect balance of combat, story, and social elements, all of it to deliver a bold statement on injustice and what it takes to fight it. The best fighting game is Tekken 8. From all the way back in the first quarter of 2024, Tekken 8's win shows its unparalleled position in the fighting game genre. Its continued evolution has culminated into the new Heat system. This transforms matches into dynamic high-stakes battles. It's no surprise that it's this year's ultimate fighting game. The best strategy game is Satisfactory. Developer Coffee Stain Studios took 5 years of early access feedback to release this perfectly refined triumph. Satisfactory is a base builder with a heart of a strategy game. It challenges you to overcome the difficulties faced on the production floor, and with multiplayer support, it's definitely more than, satisfactory. The award for the best horror game of 2024 goes to Silent Hill 2. Bloober Team has resurrected this classic and successfully delivered a truly disturbing experience. The story remains a twisted narrative of the darkest corners of the human psyche. This horror game won't just terrify you, it'll scar you for life. The best first-person shooter of 2024 is Mullet Mad Jack. This one is a crazy mix of old-school shooter and roguelike, with a good dose of 80s vibe. The gameplay is lightning fast with tons of guns, combos, and special moves to master. It has a bloody, addictive gameplay loop that some say can get repetitive. But for the price, it's one hell of a way to blast that FPS itch. 2024's best cozy game is Snufkin, Melody of the Moomin Valley. Nothing else this year perfectly captured pure nostalgic joy. A video game adaptation of Tove Jansson's book series, her iconic characters blend in well into this musical storybook adventure. Its magical atmosphere and heartwarming gameplay make it an unparalleled indie gem. And the best puzzle game of the year is Braid Anniversary Edition. This isn't just a fresh coat of paint to an acclaimed puzzle platformer. It comes with completely remastered visuals and hours of developer commentary. If you're a fan of the original or just looking for the ultimate platforming challenge, this is a must-play. The best platformer of 2024 is Astro Bot. Compared to its free-to-play origins, this full release is one supersized adventure. The levels are packed with secrets and challenges that'll make you feel like a kid again. Astro Bot is a tribute to the golden age of 3D platformers and a must-play for anyone who owns a PS5. For the best free-to-play game of 2024, we have Squad Busters. With all its cartoon simplicity, it takes the top spot thanks to its bite-sized squad battles. It only requires 4 minutes of your time to wow you with fantastic matches that require more cunning than you'd expect. As good as this game is, it tips a little more towards pay-to-win in higher levels. And the best DLC goes to Shadow of the Erdtree. Just when we thought Elden Ring couldn't soar any higher, From Software released this massive expansion that completely upends our mental image of the lands between. It came with a brand new storyline, new weapons, skills, and lore. Shadow of the Erdtree has just set a new standard to DLCs, all thanks to Marika and FromSoft's blessings. 2024 Games of the Year. In third place is Balatro. This poker-inspired roguelike is deceptively simple and dangerously addicting. It combines familiar deck-building mechanics with creative twists that makes for an addictive gameplay loop. Balatro will have you hitting play on just one more run, and then another, and another. It's available on PC, PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo Switch, Android, and iOS, so there's no excuse for not getting it. Number 2 is Astro Bot. PlayStation 5's best game this year takes the second spot on our list. Astro Bot is Team Asobi's first AAA Astro game after multiple titles celebrating the PlayStation brand. With Astro Bot, it made good use of the PlayStation 5 hardware, from the satisfying DualSense haptics to the seamless loading times in between levels. It's a platforming masterpiece that pays homage to the games that came before it, with numerous Easter eggs and cameos. And our 2024 Game of the Year is Metaphor ReFantazio. A crown fit for a king. Metaphor ReFantazio takes our top spot as this year's Game of the Year. It is a culmination of the best parts of the Shin Megami Tensei titles, all while integrating modern Persona mechanics into one fantastic JRPG. From its deeply profound story to its cast of relatable characters, Metaphor ReFantazio doesn't downplay the social issues of the real world and tackles them with such bravado.